I think also when we're born, we know how to sing because that's what crying is, and we know how to improvise because you hear babies saying stuff and they don't know any words yet. What are they doing? They're improvising. But in a way, whenever you talk to someone, you are improvising. Every one of us has been in a conversation where we've said a sentence for the first time in our lives, right? We're using a vocabulary of words and ideas that we've built up, but then we can rearrange those ideas in different ways to let people know how we feel in the moment. So that, I think, is what you do when you're improvising on an instrument. You say, how do I feel in the moment? And for me, I just imagine a melody in my head, and then I try to play it. And I'm getting better at that. I'm not too bad at that, because that's what I've spent my life doing. I think everybody eventually becomes the guitar player that they asked to become. But yeah, I think it's helpful when you're learning your instrument to try to keep a connection between what you're playing and what you're hearing in your head. So this works in two ways. One of them is, even if you're playing something that you know, perhaps some of you recognize that song. If you get into the habit of singing it internally as you play it, after a while it will start to feel like something magical is happening where you sing the note first and then nanoseconds later your fingers make that same sound. And in a weird way it makes you feel more connected to and more responsible for the sounds that you're making. The other thing you can do is just listen to as much music as you can and try to copy it all. Try and transcribe it as efficiently as you can. Because that gives you a certain skill of translating sounds onto your instrument. You use all the music in the world to practice that skill. And then one day, when you imagine this amazing lick in your head, you go, hang on a minute, I know how to copy what's in my head and make my instrument do it. So I always like to feel responsible for the notes I play. Everything I play is not an accident or a rehearsed shape. It's a sound that I heard up here first. So if you spend your life trying to be that kind of player, that's the kind of player you will become.